behavioural and social styles, and what they mean to you as a store manager and people leader. Do you want to be a better communicator with your staff and customers? You're not alone if you've ever had a tough time getting through to someone in your store. One of the biggest problems in business and social circles today is getting along with and communicating with others. And it's one of the top reasons why most people are limited in their relationships and limited in their ability to communicate well on or off the job. Your role as the empowering expert is to manage your people the best way you can. At Vodafone, we have a personality that is personable, professional, playful, and passionate. Our people are all different and will have a combination of all of these P's. Your role is to be the empowering expert to your staff, to help them be the best that they can be in their role, to inspire and motivate them. Being a great manager is about coaching and clearly communicating well with your staff. But how can you communicate more effectively? Ask yourself the following questions. Are your staff the same as each other? Are your staff the same as you? It's about understanding the different behavioural pieces of the puzzle and putting them together to really understand your staff and then better communicate and coach them. So, how are we going to do this? We have a plan. It's all very good knowing that there are different social styles and behaviours, but there are approaches that can help you use that information. You can analyse patterns and characteristics of your staff, which will help you determine their style. You also need to think about your own style so that you can determine how you work best with others. Take this information and work out how you can best interact with your staff while still being yourself. This leads us to the rule of treat others as they would like to be treated. This will help you get the best out of your staff and will build and maintain better work relationships. Let's take a look at the 4 behavioural styles and what they mean. By becoming familiar with these behaviours, you will be able to determine the style of others and, most importantly, your staff and your customers. So here are the 4 styles. Analytical, driver, expressive, and amiable. Analytical. Live life according to facts, principles, logic, and consistency. Often viewed as cold and detached, but appear to be cooperative in their actions as long as they can have some freedom to organise their own efforts. Driver. Give the impression that they know what they want, where they are going, and how to get there quickly. Expressive. Appear communicative. Warm, approachable, and competitive. They involve other people with their feelings and thoughts. Amiable. Place a high priority on friendships, close relationships, and cooperative behaviour. They appear to get involved in feelings and relations between people. Being a great manager is also about recognising these different styles in your people, and then applying this understanding in the way you manage and coach your people to drive the best outcomes and performance for your customers, your people, and your store. So what does it mean to us knowing these styles, and what can we do with this information? We can look at how these people interact with each other and the way people prefer to be spoken to and communicated with. Let's take a look at the traits of these 4 styles and how they stack up next to each other. As you can see, the analytical and drivers are more task-oriented, and your amiable and expressive are more people-oriented. But then when we look at drivers and amiable people, they are much more reflective and measured when compared to analytical and expressive people, who can be loud and fast. So it is important to then consider how your staff may interact with each other and yourself. So we now know there are different behavioural styles, and the behaviours exhibited by each of these styles will be different. Just remember, your staff will also give clues as to their behavioural style by the way they conduct themselves with the following characteristic. Communication style, which is made up of the way they talk. what they talk about, how they talk, tone of voice, pace of speech, their body language, their responsiveness to you and their colleagues, their listening patterns, the way in which they work, including their approach, style, and their pace. Over time, you will become familiar with behavioural styles exhibited by your staff as you pick up on these things. Analyse these characteristics and they will help you know your people. So why is this all great to know? In summary, how can this help you do your job better? Well, there are a number of things this will help you with in your store manager role. They are understanding staff dynamics and accommodating others' needs, understanding staff behaviours, minimising and overcoming conflicts in your store, help build and maintain a well-oiled team, working as one team, one dream, and understanding behaviour that is a style and behaviour that is inappropriate, and treat others as they want to be treated. Now it's your turn. Use the link to complete your own analysis tool to determine your behavioural style.